football. You're going to see a guy who's going to be turned loose passing the football. Bill O'Brien said that Castellanos has made tremendous strides in the offseason. He expects him to be someone who is very proficient in terms of his decision-making and accuracy when he puts the ball in the air. I expect us to have some fireworks tonight.
They're going to have to deal with this atmosphere, and the Noles making their first appearance at home here at Doak. And here come the Eagles. And we are set for football, wrapping up week 1 of college football under the lights in Tallahassee. We'll kick it off in just a moment.
There is nothing like a Wendy's Frosty. It's cool. It's creamy. It's only $1 right now. Wait, what? The one and only Frosty is $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Somebody just got their first debit card. Ice cream on you? Ooh, tacos. I got you. Wait, hold on. Don't you owe me money? What? Your money is a part of your community, so your bank should be too. Like Chase.
The worst part about being a caveman is the upkeep. I'm a hairy guy, but my razor has to be available 24/7.
Available 24/7. Sounds like Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Oh, I see. Okay, funny man, why don't you come up here and tell some jokes?
Yeah.
What do you call a gecko who helps with insurance? My hero.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
This is amateur hour.
All right, here we go.
No. What's my next step?
You break it, we take it.
We can take it.
Trade in any phone in any condition at Verizon for the new Google Pixel 9 with Gemini.
Give me a recipe with these ingredients.
Let's do that.
Only on Verizon.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
You're watching Modelo Kickoff Week.
Our fingers crossed. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Celebrating the challenge of road games everywhere. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear, more driven. You are watching the ACC on ESPN. Bob Wischusen, Louis Riddick, Chris Budden, set to wrap up week 1 of college football under the lights here in Tallahassee. Osceola and Renegade set to go, as are the Noles and the Eagles. As you would expect, Louis, the weather could be a factor tonight. Yes, the sun is down, but that doesn't mean it's cooled off.
It's as humid as you expect it to be in Florida at this time of year. I was down on the field for a pregame segment for ACC Network, and I can just tell you, this is going to be something that hard work that Boston College put in during training camp, and Bill O'Brien talked Capability that he has. He will have all of it in his arsenal. Quarterback draw, quarterback power, zone read. But it's the passing game. That's what is the next phase of his development. Bill O'Brien is excited about it, said he has made tremendous strides. Now we get to put it to the test.
They are having clock issues here at Doak Campbell Stadium, so they're keeping time on the field. That's why you won't see it on our screen until they get things figured out. A handoff to begin to Kyle Robichaux. And there, the first statement play of the night for the Florida State defensive front. Patrick Payton with a stop at the line of scrimmage. And again, that was the theme, Lewis, opening day for Florida State. They got knocked back by Georgia Tech. That has to be a good sign for the Noles. First snap of the night.
No question about it. Look, you saw the two defensive tackles. Darrell Jackson Jr., number 6, Joshua Farmer, number 5. These guys are absolute freak shows when you're talking about pure athletic ability. Hold the point of attack. Do not let them dent the front of this defense. That's a great start.
BC will try and run it again. And about 4.5 for Robichaux. That'll set up third down and a long 5 for Boston College, just shy of their own 30-yard line.
Physicality, that's something Bill O'Brien wants out of his offensive line, so you see it right away. They're going to make sure you can stop the run, and they're going to make sure that defensive coordinator Adam Fuller has an answer for that. And now is where he wants to see that development on display with Thomas Castellanos. Can you pick up a crucial third down on the road here in the first drive and keep the offense on the field?
Trayshawn Ward has spent his first 4 years here in Tallahassee to the right of Castellanos. And Castellanos gets to the edge. There is his escapability. And he's got the first down.
Castellanos on the keeper. First down, Boston College.
You see Marvin Jones, the defensive end, number 7. You're going to see him at the top of your screen on the right. You can't lose contain when you're going up against a guy like Thomas Castellanos. You have to be disciplined in your rush lanes because this guy is a threat to break it anywhere at any time when he decides to pull it down. So it's not just about your physicality. It's about playing smart against this young man because that's how he can hurt you.
Ward stays in the game behind Castellanos. His first carry against his old team. And he pushes the pile for 4.
There you see the physicality up front. Drew Kendall, number 66, the center. The left guard, Dwayne Alec, number 53. Getting that push at the point of attack on Joshua Farmer. And that is something that they're going to have an answer for here at Florida State because Bill O'Brien is not going to let up. Whereas he wants to put the ball in the air, it's the physical aspect of the game. That's how Georgia Tech tested Florida State. They're getting tested with it here tonight.
Now Robichaux back in. 217-pound tailback. Castellanos to throw. Has all day. And he fits one in. That's another BC first down. Reed Harris, the big 6'5" target. As we take a look at our impact players built by the Home Depot.
There's some good ones on both sides of the football here. Some really dynamic players. We've already talked about Thomas Castellanos and his ability as a dual-threat quarterback. Donovan Ezeraku on defense, the defensive end. He's going to be a guy who's going to have to get after DJ Uyunglele. When you're talking about Florida State, when they get the ball, Lawrence Toafili, one of the best run-receive combination running backs in all of college football. And Joshua Farmer, we already talked about. He has to control the middle of the line of scrimmage for the Florida State defense.
Castellanos, a little pitch fake. The pocket starts to collapse. Slips one out on the edge. Nowhere for McGowan to go. That was a good read. Rifling up towards the line of scrimmage was Kevin Knowles from his nickel spot. That's a 5-yard loss. And pressure from Patrick Payton.
Yeah, you see there Patrick Payton. You're going to see him adjust his rush lane, make sure that he keeps Thomas Castellanos on his inside shoulder. But you just see the slipperiness of Castellanos, how he can buy time and just continue to keep his eyes down the field and find an outlet. I'll tell you, as your defensive lineman, it's no fun going up against guys like this because not only is it a drain on you from an assignment perspective, you got to chase this guy around all night.
Play action for Castellanos on second down and long. Sidearms one. Amari Morales, the tight end, up the seam, and he gets about 10. So that makes it again third down and manageable and opens up that BC playbook in plus territory, third down and 5.
Yeah, just a nice little play design as far as the play action fake, get everybody flowing to the left, and then you just see the tight end just leak out. Castellanos hits him, you're able to get a little catch and run where you make it to third and manageable, as you mentioned, Bob. And this is a great start here on the road, first drive. You don't know what your team's going to really respond like. I think for Bill O'Brien, you have to be pleased at this point.
8th play of the drive. Again, the clock not functioning. That's why it's not on your screen. They're keeping time on the field. 4-man rush, wide open, a little wheel route, and Ward drops the ball. Oh, that was an easy first down pickup and then some. And the former Seminole couldn't hold on. And now Boston College on 4th down and 5 at the plus 40-yard line will send out the punt group.
And you're going to see him, Trayshawn Ward, you're going to see him right here. He's just going to come out of the backfield, and he has nothing but green grass. This is going to be a huge play. It's just going to be a race down the sideline. And he just takes his eyes off the football, probably looking at a defender, seeing how he's going to make the guy miss in the open field so he can break it for a big one. Perfect play call.
So Sam Candotti looking for the corner. And that is inside the pylon. It looked like it may have crossed the goal line, and it did for a touchback. That close to pinning Florida State deep. But it will come out to the 20-yard line. So Florida State gets a break, gets a stop, and Uiagalelei has it next.
Why take less when you can get a beefy 5-layer burrito, a Chalupa Supreme, a double-stacked taco, and a drink for just $7? It's Lux for less. Introducing the $7 Lux Cravings Box, only at Taco Bell.
I can't believe you corporate types are still calling each other rock stars.
You're a rock star.
We're all rock stars.
Ooh, look at my data-driven insights. I'm a rock star.
Great job putting finance and HR on one platform with Workday.
Thank you.
Guys, can you keep it down? I'm working.
You people are...
Hand over the air guitar.
I've got another one.
At Cracker Barrel, there are no breakfast rules because breakfast rules all day long. Like our decadent new French toast bake, topped with our famous fried apples. So come in anytime, and we'll break out the breakfast.
Yo, can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. Can I kick it?
¿Qué?
Can I play?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Can I try?
당연하지.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Come on, rookie, you sleep down here. Is that?
Woo!
Whoa, Reggie Bush.
Yeah. Lost track of time in there. So, what's new?
Since you asked.
Pretty cool. Anything else? What is he doing?
He's watching the game.
What's this?
Athletic Ducks signed me to an NIL deal.
An NIL deal?
It's name, injury, and likeness. With a name like Prime, an injury like mine, and a likeness so fine, that's a triple threat.
Couldn't we just tell people Aflac pays cash for expenses not covered by health insurance?
If we want people to understand how Aflac helps close that gap, we got to get you to think bigger, coach.
You gotta be kidding.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac
is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Miss Terry's not gonna like this.
Trouble.
Welcome to the best season of the year. Football. Welcome to the unpredictable, the unforgettable, the unbelievable. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
Jason, seriously?
The only thing that matters in college football in terms of keeping the ball out of the end zone is the football. Dino Tomlin could not keep the ball from breaking the plane on that punt. That close to killing it inside the one. And Lewis, that a special teams play that cost BC 20 yards.
Yeah, it's going to be a big factor in this game. You got to play smart. Dino, just park yourself right there on the goal line, keep it from breaking the plane, and you're good.
So Florida State to the offense for the first time, but a broken up pass. So DJ Uiagalelei tried to rifle one up the seam, and Amari Jackson got a hand in to knock it away. So just like that, it's 2nd down and 10.
The ability of the Florida State wide receivers to defeat man coverage. Defensive coordinator Tim Lewis of Boston College, he's going to put his cornerbacks on an island. He believes in them, thinks they can cover man-to-man.
Again, play action this time. Slip out in the flat to Roydell Williams. And a strong tackle. Carter Davis, an impact redshirt freshman. He can play safety. He can play corner during camp. He rifled up the depth chart. He rifled up to make a stop there.
Coming from distance, coming from depth, making tackles against athletes of the caliber of Florida State. That's a tough assignment. That's a good early sign as far as the fundamental tackling of Boston College defense.
Will BC bring the blitz on third down? No rush 5. Uyunglele can't beat the blitz. It went right through the hands of Toafili, it looked like. So a 3-and-out for Florida State.
He had him matched up here, number 3 in the slot, and just runs a little out route, and you're going to see it right there. He's number 3 in the slot. Number 9, Toafili, has the one-on-one coverage. That's just a misfire that you can't afford to have. Talked about Toafili in the open as being one of the best dual-threat running backs as far as being a runner and a receiver out of the backfield, a receiver lined up in wide receiver formations.
We've already seen both offenses miss a wide-open play on third down. Jaden McGowan with a fair catch at the Boston College 29-yard line. 47-yard punt. BC has it back. Scoreless here in the first.
Whoa, it's the Capital One Bank guy.
That's me.
Could we get a selfie?
Of course. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Ooh, that's a keeper.
So, what do you do outside of the Capital One Cafe?
What do you mean?
Like when you go home or...
Sleep tight. Don't let the overdraft fees bite. What's in your wallet?
Another group project. It's due tomorrow. I hope I can get online tonight. I really need this to pass. The truth is, I can't do this on my own. Connect every student, change every future. Connecting changes everything.
Pause for the facts. Susie here is shopping for a used car, but she doesn't know that nearly half of them have been in an accident.
Interesting.
But Carfax.com shows how accidents impact price, so she doesn't have to overpay. Unpause. Whoa. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Our house-made ketchup.
I'm Janet Hines. I can't be seen eating non-Heinz ketchup.
Do we have any Heinz?
There.
Get your Labor Day delivered. The Home Depot has free delivery on over 2 million items and fast same-day delivery from our store to your door. Get Labor Day delivered your way at the Home Depot.
What's Danny doing?
He saved so much bundling home and auto with the personal price plan that he got excited.
Bundle is live!
And bundled football with football.
Bundle, amigo! You got bundle! Bundle is live!
Field goal!
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Field goal.
So do you kick it or pass it?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only KFC has nuggets worthy of the sauce. Try one of 5 signature flavors, drizzled, drenched, and dripping on original recipe chicken nuggets. Grab 10 for just $5.99.
Big drip, big drip, big drip, big drip, big drip.
Capital One Labor Day Kickoff on ESPN is brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And KFC's latest saucy nuggets lineup. It's finger-licking good.
Heartbreaking loss for Florida State to Georgia Tech last week, week 0 in Dublin. What did that do to their playoff predictor hopes? Well, entering the season, they were 36% to make the playoff. Coming into tonight, down to 10%. And Lewis, according to our predictor, should they lose tonight, 1% to make a 12-team playoff.
Hey, it doesn't get any more of what Coach Norvell talks about in terms of moment of truth. There it is right there on the screen for you to look at. If you don't win this football game, you have a 1% chance. With the football team coming off a 13-0 season, high expectations, I mean, tonight it doesn't get any more tense than this. Every single play matters. Every possession matters.
9:14 to go in the first quarter. And a handoff to Robichaux. And Chris Button is down on the Florida State bench. And Chris, they're trying as best they can to keep the time on the field.
They are. It does get a little chaotic, but you have to rely on communication. There is one official who is keeping track of the clock. After each drive, they will go and tell each team what the time is. For the play clock, the back judge will put his hands, both hands in the air when there's 15 seconds left. He will drop one hand when there's 10 seconds left and then count down from there.
And that's just the responsibility then, Lewis, of the quarterback. Keep your eyes on that back judge so you know what the play clock stands.
Absolutely. Just another responsibility put on Thomas Castellanos here.
Sean Ward up the middle, finds a bit of a crease and picks up about 4. Patrick Payton tripped him up. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Boston College. And as we are approaching the midway point of this first quarter, but again, clock difficulties here in Tallahassee. So as soon as they get that fixed, you'll see the clock reappear on our screen, but we will do our best to keep you updated until then.
Now it's going to be interesting. What does defensive coordinator Adam Fuller, what does he dial up here? You have to be conscious, as we talked about already, about rush lanes. Do not let Castellanos buy time and get outside on the perimeter. But at the same time, you have to start pressuring this young man. You have to start sending 5 or more. See if you can affect his timing.
There goes Lewis Bond in motion. Castellanos looked that way. Comes back to the near side, right at the first down line to gain. McGowan made the catch. It depends on the spot. Ventrell Cypress closed the distance, made the stop, but it looks like without measurement, they're going to say it is a BC first down. About the length of the football.
And we talked about what does the defensive coordinator Adam Fuller, what's he going to do? Is he going to send 5 or more? You see there, it's just a simulated blitz, simulated pressure where they make it look like they're going to send 5 or more, but they drop someone out and still just send 4. That time it was linebacker DJ Lundy blitzing in the A-gap. Just trying to change the looks, trying to make sure that Castellanos does not get comfortable.
And 5 at the line of scrimmage. Robichaux goes right up the middle. And that was something that Florida State fans saw way too much of last week. He picks up 8 on first down.
It's a key to the game. Can you keep this team from running for over 100 yards? Can you keep this team under 4 yards per carry? And right now, they are just going right behind the guys who Bill O'Brien told us are some of their best players, namely Drew Kendall, the center, who's on the Remington Award watch list as one of the best centers in college football. He is going to lean on his strength, which is this offensive line and this fleet of backs. And right now, they're doing it with great success.
Robichaux again. Wiggles his way. Breaks free. Through the secondary before he's finally brought down at the 37-yard line of Florida State. Boy, how many tackles did he have to wiggle through to pick up 16 yards?
That is just something that you just can't allow to happen. As you see,
he may have lost the football.
He did. He lost the football, and it was picked up by Reed Harris. Johnny on the spot, the wide receiver. But again, you're seeing the physicality of this Boston College offensive line in this running game. And what it's going to do, it's going to force the defensive secondary to start coming down into the box, Bob, and they're going to take a shot over top in due time.
What a break for BC. Robichaux loses it. And Harris found it. It looks like a flag was dropped.
Recovery by the offense. Players on the further review.
And now they're going to go back and take a look at the Robichaux fumble, where Reed Harris advanced it. So a fluky play that went Boston College's way. As the ball popped free, found its way to Harris.
It's time.
It's so on.
All right, sandworms out of the basement and the furnace has been exercised. Another Progressive home and auto bundle fully protected from the unexpected.
Beetlejuice caused quite a ruckus, huh?
Jamie, don't say his name.
Beetlejuice?
Saying his name 3 times is how you summon him.
Right. What if I say other words in between? Does that restart it?
Don't overthink it.
Or what if I broke it up into 2 parts? Like someone said, what's your favorite bug? Beetle. What's your favorite morning beverage? Juice.
welcome.
Beetlejuice in theaters September 6th.
All right, here we go.
No. What's my next step?
Dad.
You break it, we take it.
We can take it.
Trade in any phone in any condition at Verizon for the new Google Pixel 9 with Gemini.
Give me a recipe with these ingredients.
Let's do that one.
Only on Verizon.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps gold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible.
And startups start up.
Because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank.
For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring, so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
Allergies? With Allegra, they won't stop me. That's because nothing beats Allegra for the fastest, non-drowsy, 24-hour allergy relief. Choose Allegra.
Arby's is full of choices. Quick, you can get your favorite stuff 3 for $5.
Pretty good.
Incredible value for a limited time. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meats.
Tango italiano, un dolce tango, ha portato un richiamo d'amore al mio stanco e nostalgico cuore e mi ha fatto per sempre tornare dal mio amore italiano.
Taking care of your family is hard work, especially when schedules change. Join the 29 million people who have turned to Care and find support in your area for kids, seniors, pets, and homes. All from background-checked caregivers, rated and reviewed by people like you. That's hours and hours of goofing around. Hundreds of lovely afternoons. Mile after mile of WALKs and acres of expertly cleaned floors. Find care that fits your schedule. Go to care.com now.
5.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter, and the play stood after replay took a look at it as Guy Robichaux coughed it up, but Reed Harris scooped it up. And Boston College is on the march. They have held the ball for 8.5 minutes already in this opening quarter. And they are in plus territory. They keep it on the ground. Trayshawn Ward with the pile again pushing. It's again a disturbing trend. Lewis, even though a fluke play gained them some extra yards, they have picked up a bunch of yards on the ground so far.
They sure are. They're averaging over 6 yards a carry so far in this game. And there you see linebacker Cam Riley with the strip. Then you see Reed Harris pick it up. But what you are seeing is the interior of the Boston College offensive line. They're dominating this football game right now. And that's something that we said, look, Darrell Jackson Jr., Joshua Farmer, you have to step up in this game. Boston College is playing to its strength, and they're doing it with success.
Ward runs again. This time gets stood up and driven back. Not much on second down, about 2 yards. Cam Riley, the Auburn transfer, stepped up and made the stop.
That's one of the things you need to see. You need to see the linebackers. Cam Riley, the transfer, DJ Lundy. These guys have to play downhill and play physical and fit with a vengeance and with hurry and with a lot of precision, because this running game is one of the very best. The more you watch Boston College, you're going to recognize this is one of the best rushing teams in college football. And if your assignments aren't on point, they will gas you. And you're seeing it play itself out right now early in this game.
3rd down and 2. Castellanos into the flat. Ward this time holds on. Finds his way for a first down. So another 3rd down conversion for Boston College. Again, the clock. They are keeping the time on the field as Blake Nicholson made that stop for Florida State.
And just watch Trayshawn Ward here. You're going to see the fake here, and you're going to see him just dribble out over here. And watch Thomas Castellanos. He sells the wide receiver screen, invites the rush in, and then you just see Trayshawn Ward. He just does his thing in the open field, picking up the first down. Again, nice play design, nice play call. They are locked in, Boston College on offense.
Robichaux, gang tackle. near the line of scrimmage. No gain on first down. Nicholson, who got the start tonight, alongside DJ Lundy at linebacker, was there to help on the stop. Gain of maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Now you got him down here in 2nd and 9. This is where you need to typically you want to send some pressures here. You got to be aware of the screen game on 2nd and long. But this is where you have to make sure that they don't get it to a manageable down and distance. See if you can create a turnover, create a sack, push them back in terms of maybe knocking them out of field goal range. This is a crucial down here as we're in the high red zone just outside the 20-yard line.
DC having a little problem getting lined up. They get the snap off. Ward goes up the middle. Into the red zone. Picks up 3. So another 3rd down coming for Boston College. But they're 3 for 4 on 3rd down so far.
And defensive coordinator Adam Fuller, he's tried a number of different things in terms of playing man-to-man coverage, some simulated pressures. Nothing's really worked so far. He's going to continue to try and gain intelligence here because he's never seen this offense before. So he's trying to figure out what their tendencies are and what they like to go to. You wonder here, with 3rd and just about 6 yards, and maybe 5. Does he bring some pressure? Does he bring 5? Does he try and speed up the decision-making of Thomas Castellanos here?
3rd down and 6. On in motion. 4-man rush. Castellanos finds the crosser. It's bobbled. Caught. Tripped up right at the line to gain. Lewis Bond, his leading receiver from last year, was able to beat DJ Lundy on the crosser and pick up just enough for another Boston College 3rd down conversion.
You just see Lewis Bond in that trip set, just bring him in short motion and then just run the underneath crosser. And he just uses the traffic to his advantage. No pressure in Thomas Castellanos' face. He has to double catch it, but DJ Lundy doesn't have a chance. He was trying to work his way through traffic. They weren't getting any pressure. They only rushed with 4. Another good pickup for Boston College.
Robichaux to about the 9-yard line. Picks up 3 on first down. And again, we're estimating the time as best we can. They're keeping it on the field, the clock not functioning here at Doak Campbell Stadium. So we're towards the end of the first quarter. And it's a first quarter that Boston College has had the ball for all but about 50 seconds. 1 3-and-out for Florida State. That's the only time they've had the ball.
But they have continued to press on the sore spot of Florida State's defense. Run defense in between the A and B gaps, and then just really judicious play calling as far as the passing game is concerned.
Robichaux again to the 5-yard line before he's turned back. We were just told that that's possibly the last play of the first quarter. But again, not sure exactly how many seconds there are on the clock and how that lines up with the would-be play clock, or if DC has to snap it one more time. They're in the huddle, and a big 3rd down coming here. Well, it's definitely not the last play of the first quarter if there's still about 2 minutes on the clock. And now they're announcing it is the end of the quarter. All right, we're making this up as we go along. End of the first quarter.
If you have advanced prostate cancer, you know all about perseverance. You believed in your team, even when it hurt. You met the challenge piece by piece. You didn't quit then. Don't start now. If you've had hormonal and chemotherapy, ask your doctor about Pluvicto, a different type of treatment for PSMA-positive metastatic prostate cancer that targets PSMA-positive cancer cells so you can be you for longer. And that's no small victory. Pluvicto involves contact with radioactivity, which may increase the risk for cancer and cause fetal harm. Drink plenty of fluids, urinate often, use contraception, and talk to your doctor about ways to reduce the risk of exposing others to radiation during and after treatment. Pluvicto can cause low levels of blood cell counts, kidney problems, and infertility. Tell your doctor if you have weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, bleeding or bruising more easily, an infection, or changes in urination. Side effects include tiredness, dry mouth, nausea, appetite loss, and constipation. Here's to never giving up. Ask your doctor about Pluvicto for more everyday victories.
With investing options from Navy Federal Credit Union, Rob feels financially at ease, which means he can worry about other things like landing this fish. What if the fish is really big? What if it's not a fish? What if it's treasure? What if the treasure is cursed? Rob has a lot of things to worry about, but as a member of Navy Federal, his finances aren't one of them. Become a member today. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
On a tense Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Holy smoke, State 1 and the fans are going wild. Deputy Urias, quick, call for backup.
Backup?
Yes, Deputy Quinn Urias.
We don't need any backup, I got this.
Call backup.
I'm sorry, did you say you wanted a Dr. Pepper?
I said backup.
Look, we don't need any backup, even if he has great hair and famous relatives.
I think we're talking about two different things here.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
You know I made it to the playoff.
Without any backup, I get it.
With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you can spend Sundays with your teams. All in one place. Watch every game, every Sunday.
You may come from a plug family, and I come from a no-plug family, but one day, our great families will come together in marriage.
There's an electrified vehicle for everyone to fall in love with. Get offers on select models at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
USAA member Sam Elliott, I'm Gronk, your new roommate.
Roommate?
I can't join USAA, but I could live in your house and ride in your truck. Both USAA insured.
USAA, auto, home, life, and bank.
Game time, wing time.
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't wait to tailgate with.
Excuse me. You left your head.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
That chicken from Popeyes.
UFC 306. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Coach, you've had the ball nearly that entire first quarter. What do you like about the way you managed the offense?
I think these guys are taking the one-play mentality, and I think it's a long night. You know what I mean? It's a hot night, and I think if these guys just continue to, play one play at a time, we'll be in the ball game. Just keep playing that next play.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's Chris Budden. I'm Bob Wischusen. Alongside Lewis Riddick. Start of the second quarter. Boston College 3rd down and 2 inside the 5. Lewis, any doubt you think where BC goes?
Oh, it's got to be Tyler Robichaux. This is a guy who's a 4th down.
Instead, it's Castellanos. Reaches the ball out at the goal line. He's in. That's a BC touchdown. What a statement drive by Boston College. And they take the lead.
In quarterback power. They figure if we don't give it to Robichaux, we'll let Thomas Castellanos, our 1,000-yard quarterback rusher, we'll let him go ahead and do it. And you just see here, he just follows behind. Dwayne Alex stretches out, knee off the ground, gets the ball across the plane. It's like a clean, easy touchdown. But this offensive line, they are the story of this football game. And conversely for Florida State, it's the inability to hold the point of attack and hold the opponent to under 4 yards per carry. They're right now giving up over 5 yards per carry. That's not a recipe for success.
And the former TikTok tryout kicker, Luca Lombardo, with his first point as he knocks through the PAT. And BC has a 7-0 lead. And a very disturbing, long, double-digit touchdown drive against, continues for the Florida State defense.
You see Dwayne Alec filling in for Logan Taylor, the regular starter at left guard, on the pull. Gets a clean block. You see Robichaux on the edge. He secures the edge against the safety, Conrad Hussey. And they just got a seam. And they just creased the front. Too late for Shaheem Brown to make a difference. It's coming from too much depth. And Thomas Castellanos, look, he may be a guy who's listed program weight at 196 pounds. I can assure you this. He is put together in his lower half. And he may be a smaller quarterback by ideal standards, but this guy is a problem. And Florida State knows it. Coach Norvell told us he is a guy we have got to have some answers for. And now, DJ Uiagalelei has to have an answer. They have to punch this ball in and respond. Moment of truth.
14 plays, 71 yards, 9 minutes and 18 seconds. Lucas on the return from the 2-yard line. Jalen Lucas gets hit hard at about the 22-yard line. And this Saturday on ABC and ESPN Plus at 3:30 Eastern, South Carolina squares off against Kentucky. And then at 7:30, number 15 Tennessee will take on number 24 NC State. Terrific doubleheader coming up, featuring some SEC teams. This coming Saturday when Week 2 arrives in college football. This is the final game of Week 1, and we have a functioning clock. As you can see.
It's kind of it's. You just realize how much you depend on that and being able to see it.
Only the second offensive possession of the game for Florida State. Only their 4th play from scrimmage, and Roydell Williams picks up 3 as George Rooks makes the stop for Boston College.
Remember when we talked to head coach Mike Norvell, I asked him, I said, are you reaching a point where there's just certain guys who you have to feature, you have to get the ball to, guys who you can count on? And based on practice and what we observed, look, Roydell Williams is going to be one of those guys that he needs to get the ball to. And then where is Malik Benson? How do you get him involved in the passing game down the field in the outside lane? Got to get the ball to number 10.
Look at BC crowding the tackle box. A lot of bodies up at the line of scrimmage in pursuit of Uiagalelei, who has to sidearm one short, looking for Ja'Kai Douglas. It'll be 3rd down and 7 as he had to hurry that throw.
They like to change the platform and change the launch point for DJ Uiagalelei. I honestly, look, when you're rolling to your left like that, big body like that, it's hard to get himself situated and get his shoulder square and get an accurate throw off.
You wonder if Tim Lewis would bring those kind of looks on 3rd down. He's bringing those looks on 2nd down. Does that surprise you?
Not at all. If you know Tim Lewis's history, going back to his days as defensive coordinator with the Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants in the NFL, that is the name of the game for him. 5 or more.
Here they come again. Another sidearm throw, and that goes nowhere. Boston College with Toa Feely in the flat, wrapped up again by Carter Davis. Forces another 3 and out, and the Seminole fans do not like what they see from their offense, and they're letting them hear about it right now at Doak Campbell Stadium.
There's Tim Lewis's Pittsburgh lineage. It's really, he's showing like they're going to come with a zero blitz look, and they just drop out. It's just another simulated pressure, and they're just flat-footing it, meaning they're not gaining any depth. They expect the quarterback to get rid of the ball quickly. They're sitting on the routes, and you see the safety, Carter Davis, just drive downhill and make the tackle. Just make the tackle before he gets to the 1st down marker, and we're good. Textbook execution.
Mastromano, line drive punt. A broken tackle for Jaden McGowan. He gets to the sideline and gets to the 33-yard line with an 8-yard return. Boston College up by 7, and they've got it back.
Celsius, essential energy.
I'm the team mascot, and boy, am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers. Ow, what a hit. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, the cost to cover that might tank your season. But get Allstate. Save money on auto insurance and be protected from mayhem, like me. Woo!
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive. Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good is made by Flame.
Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove deodorant helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
With Amex Platinum, access to the card member entrance at select events and venues means you never miss a moment.
Are you kidding me?
That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Welcome back to the Capital One Labor Day kickoff on ESPN. 2 3-and-outs for DJ Uiagalelei and the FSU offense. BC has the ball back, and Lewis, for that Florida State defense, a very disturbing trend carries over from week 0 to week 1. The scoring drives last week, touchdown drives all over 75 yards for Georgia Tech. They ended the game with a 6.5-minute 12-play field goal drive. And how about that last BC touchdown drive?
As a former defensive player, that's just a brutal graphic right there. That right there is a absolute just gut-wrenching, heart-stealing bunch of statistics that hit you right at the core as a defensive player. If a team can run the football, possess the ball in this kind of heat on your home field, that is something that makes you start questioning yourself as that continues. They need a big stop here, get the offense the ball back in good field position, and then they need to find some rhythm. But they have got to get a stop here and get off the field.
Well, they get it started with an incompletion on first down, so now it's 2nd down and 10 and an empty backfield for Castellanos. 4-man rush. He's well protected. Now the pocket starts to collapse. He gets free, gets down the sideline, and picks up about half. He turned nothing into something, avoided a sack. Darrell Jackson got through, but he got free. Makes it 3rd down and about 5.
See, again, it's about rushing with lane discipline. If you're a left defensive end, if you're out on the edge, you have to make sure that you stay at quarterback depth and do not get sucked inside, because Castellanos, it's never over with him. It's never over. Rush lanes are so important when they're only sending 4. Key 3rd down here, Bob. Key 3rd down.
3rd down and 6, and BC has been tremendous so far on 3rd down, as you can see. Again, a 4-man rush. There's the wheel route, and this time Trayshawn Ward makes sure down the sideline. The same play where he dropped the football on the opening possession. This time he doesn't drop it. They went right back to the well, and he picked up 44.
This is what you're going to see. You're going to see this, and then he's just going to sneak out, and the linebacker can't get there. You see him staring in the backfield instead of making sure he doesn't get outflanked.
Quarterback run for Castellanos, and that's a negative. He ends up losing, it looks like, a yard back to the 23-yard line.
That's the
Florida State.
It was the perfect play call for man coverage. The linebacker's going to get pinned inside. He's going to have to fight through traffic on that double slant route and have to get out there quickly. Otherwise, he gets outflanked. Then it's a foot race down the sideline.
How about Will Lawing? Right? He's a first-time play caller for Bill O'Brien. How's that look to you so far?
Hey, so far, I'll tell you what, they have kind of dialed in on what defensive coordinator Adam Fuller likes to do by down and distance, by situation. And they're calling the right plays at the right time. It's just going to be up to Florida State now to make a play. Somebody up front has to make a play.
Castellanos floats one over the middle. He's got a man in Jeremiah Franklin, and he's inside the 10-yard line. Down to the 9, it's 1st and goal. DJ Lundy tripped him up.
You just see Jeremiah Franklin on the line of scrimmage there. You see there just a little influence block, just invite the defensive end upfield and then sneak out over the middle as Castellanos just gives some ground, invites the rush in. Again, the screen game, we've seen various different forms of it in this game where, as you mentioned, Will Lawing and Bill O'Brien, they are in it right now. They are kind of locked in terms of what they want to get done relative to this defense. And you see them just moving the football up and down the field.
To the ground attack. And they get attacked. Patrick Payton, he didn't fall for the fake. He dumps Castellanos behind the line.
That's what you need. You need one of your big dogs to make a play. Patrick Payton is going to be one of these guys who you'll see on Sundays, and he's got fantastic measurables, 6'5", 250 pounds. He's put on weight this offseason so he can be stronger against the run. He has to make some plays. He has to be one of these guys who, athlete for athlete, against a guy like Thomas Castellanos, has to win his fair share.
I'm not sure if the officials are coming in. They're going to have a discussion about the spot. Nearly 5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter, and BC in range to extend their lead. Both teams taking advantage. Kind of a pseudo timeout here. Neither team has called timeout. And now they're going to call the teams back on the field. I think they got the spot ironed out. Again, we had clock issues in case you're just joining us all the way through the first quarter. The clock wasn't functioning in the stadium, so they had to keep the time on the field. And now they're winding the clock back up. And we approach 10 minutes to go before halftime. So after that negative play, Payton the tackle for loss, second down and goal, back to the 13. Castellanos down for Ward at the pylon. He slips inside for another Boston College touchdown. Trayshawn Ward victimizes his old team, and BC's got a 2-touchdown lead.
You're just going to see the confusion between Fentrell Cyphers and Shaheem Brown. They don't pass it off, the switch release, and you see right there, you can see Shaheem Brown's body language. They didn't talk it out as far as whether they were going to pass it off or lock that combination route. And when you don't talk down there in the red zone, things happen too quickly, and they result in 6. Classic miscommunication.
Wow. Doak Campbell Stadium in shocked silence. A 7-play, 68-yard touchdown drive and a nearly perfect start for Thomas Castellanos.
There ain't no easy way out.
You're playing with fire, kid. Laptops aren't made to handle all that. Multiple apps.
Man coverage. The linebacker's going to get pinned inside. He's going to have to fight through traffic on that double slant route and have to get out there quickly. Otherwise, he gets outflanked. Then it's a foot race down the sideline.
How about Will Lawing, who's, in case you're just joining us all the way through the first quarter, the clock wasn't functioning in the stadium, so they had to keep the time on the field. And now they're
Star Wars Outlaws, available now.
Play Star Wars Outlaws on Xbox.
Football season already and not a satellite dish in sight.
I hardly recognize the roofs I grew up on.
Enough squawking.
Oh, great.
Coach Prime. Y'all are whining while everyone else is watching nonstop football on DirecTV. Tell me, whose house is this?
Their house?
I think they're renting.
Listen. I know they get easy access to all this football, but you know what you got?
What, Coach?
A crumb bum attitude.
Stream football without a satellite dish.
Now drop and give me 20.
20 what?
At Cracker Barrel, there are no breakfast rules because breakfast rules all day long. Like our decadent new French toast bake, topped with our famous fried apples. So come in anytime, and we'll break out the breakfast.
Shop the September holiday sale at Sherwin-Williams and transform your space with color. Get 30% off paints and stains with sale prices starting at $34.29. Find your new color August 30th through September 9th. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
Capital One Labor Day Kickoff on ESPN is brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. Bring your color to life with the very best paint.
Back in Tallahassee, Bob Wischusen alongside Louis Riddick. Chris Budden with us as well. Boston College with a dominant first 20 minutes, 14-0. They lead Florida State. So if you're looking for that FSU response off the loss to Georgia Tech in London last week, you have not gotten it so far. They have run 6 offensive plays to BC's 29. Boston College has had the ball 17.5 minutes. Florida State 2.5 minutes. They're about to get the ball back now, but Lewis, BC just capped another impressive drive.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien and offensive coordinator Will Long, they are locked in. These are the two guys you want to keep an eye on, and that's Fentrell Cypress and Shaheem Brown, the corner and the safety. Because what you're going to get here in this man coverage, you're just going to get a little pick route. But really, a little combination route. I don't want to say pick route. You just have to communicate that. Are you going to lock it or are you going to pass it off? Right there, you see them both. They turned both guys loose because pre-snap, they didn't communicate it. They weren't on the same page. And as a former secondary player, I can tell you this. Most big plays when you're watching football are because of miscommunications in the back end. There's a perfect example.
Uyunglele, quarterback run. Right up the middle. Right into the arms of Cam Horsley. Let's go down to Chris.
Yeah, Bob, this is the first year that you can use the technology of the tablets on the sideline. Mike Norvell told us yesterday he's not a huge fan of it. He'd rather trust his eyes live, but things aren't going very well on offense. You'll use whatever technology you can get. After the last possession, he spent a long time on the iPad, went over and relayed some things to his offensive line. DJ Uyunglele has been using it during the entire time while they're sitting.
He's back on the field facing 2nd down and 7 now. Play action. Scouts away from the blitz off the edge. Picks up the block, hit from behind. And he's about a yard shy of the first down. Lewis, you made the point on the other sideline. NFL coaching staff might have an advantage in this green dot era we're now in college football.
Absolutely. When you can talk to the green dot player, one player designated on the field until the play clock hits 15 seconds. These guys are used to doing it. Bill O'Brien's used to doing it. Will Long's used to doing it. Tim Lewis, the defensive coordinator, he's talking to Cam Arnold up to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete on 3rd down. It's going to be another 3 and out for Florida State. Reed Johnson, they're in coverage on Jalen Lucas. And here comes the punt crew.
The pressures are just starting to get to DJ now because Tim Lewis is starting to dial up some 5-man pressures with different twists on the inside. And he's just telling his corners in the back end, hey, look, that ball's going to come out quick. Stay true to your technique. He told us in the production meetings he believes in Amari Jackson. He believes in Max Tucker, Kari Johnson, Carter Davis, all the names that you've been calling out who have been making plays against a real good wide receiver core of Florida State. They just can't get loose.
Astromono with a terrific punt. It's going to drive McGowan. And he fumbled the football at first, now breaks a couple. Eventually gets gang tackled at the 10-yard line, but did well to recover and just escape his own goal line. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Road tested and game ready. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear. More driven.
Again, we've been talking about the fact that Florida State needs to make a play. They've got Boston College backed up on their own 10. You've got to make this a 3-and-out series of some kind. You need to give your offense a short field. Give them something easy to work with.
How? Are you taking a risk? Are you dialing up a blitz?
What? Exactly. You have to start making Thomas Castellanos feel uncomfortable. And because right now he's in it. He's like, I can do whatever I want.
They run it with Robichaux up the middle.
And there's the other part of it, Bob. That run up the middle, those 4- and 5-yard runs that just absolutely just take a chunk out of you every time when it's 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. It's hard to call defenses when they constantly got you in that either-or down the distance. They can either run it or they can throw it. That's tough for a defensive coordinator.
Castellanos at the 5-yard line. He's going to take a deep shot. Incomplete. He had a step for Reed Harris, but led him just a bit too far.
They are getting absolutely no push whatsoever. The pocket looks perfect. It looks absolutely perfect. Just look at Castellanos. He's just sitting there patting the football. He's just waiting. He's just waiting for the wide receiver to uncover. He's saying, Reed Harris, let's go. Let's go. Get down the middle of the field. And he just misses him. He has him on the deep over route and just overthrows it. And he beat a pretty good corner right there in Fentrell Cypress, who was a darn good man cover corner and had him for a big explosive play.
Could have been a big play for BC. Instead, it's a 3rd down, and now Bill O'Brien's going to run down the sideline and call a timeout. After the missed deep shot, the play clock was all the way down to 2. Bill O'Brien saw it and called timeout.
If you haven't been to the country, you have to come and visit.
That'll be an adventure.
To new friends.
It's so quiet around here.
I admire you. Louise is a beautiful woman.
Something's not right with him.
All right, here we go.
No. What's my next step?
You break it, we take it.
We can take it.
Trade in any phone in any condition at Verizon for the new Google Pixel 9 with Gemini.
Give me a recipe with these ingredients.
Let's do that.
Only on Verizon.
Allergies? With Allegra, they won't stop me. That's because nothing beats Allegra for the fastest, non-drowsy, 24-hour allergy relief. Choose Allegra.
Arby's is full of choices. You can get your favorite stuff, 3 for $5.
Pretty good.
Incredible value. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meats.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Progress. Moving in a positive direction. We all want our lives to do that. Why is progress also in our name? We've always believed insurance should do more. That's why we've gifted over 1,000 vehicles to veterans, funded housing programs for families in need, and why we're working to make roads safer.
You're doing good.
And housing more fair. For us, that's real progress.
Aces, Liberty. Sunday at 4 on ESPN.
This Saturday on ABC and ESPN Plus at 3:30 Eastern, South Carolina takes on Kentucky. And then at 7:30, number 15 Tennessee will square off with number 24 NC State over on the ACC network starting at noon Eastern. Syracuse meets Georgia Tech, then North Carolina against Charlotte will cap the night with number 14 Clemson squaring off against Appalachian State. Lots of college football ready to come your way in week 2. We're capping week 1. Boston College 6 for 7 on 3rd down after the BC timeout. In the shotgun, Castellanos. Again, well protected. Scans the field, escapes the pocket, looks to extend the play. Sprints to the sideline, he won't get there. Ridden out of bounds hard. Cam Riley with the tackle. And Florida State gets the stop they needed. And Boston College will have to punt.
That is a huge play by Cam Riley, Bob. He was able to really break the contain here. You see Marvin Jones, he's trying to get over the top and trying to keep him in the pocket. You're going to see Marvin Jones come out here at the top of your screen. He can't make the play. Cam Riley gets on his horse and is able to track him down before he gets to the line to gain. Otherwise, it's a fresh set of downs for Boston College. That's a huge play for the Florida State defense.
Midway through the second quarter, low snap. Gotti just gets it away. It may have been deflected on the way out. It's going to be great field position for Florida State.
This is just what we talked about. The tide had to turn some way, somehow. Whether it be the defense getting off the field, providing this offense with a short field, special teams, put some pressure on the punter, makes him hurry his process. And you see it there. The punter has to move. He can't get a good clean kick, a good clean operation. This is just what the doctor ordered. Now, DJ Uyunglele, what are you going to do? Who are going to be the guys that Mike Norvell goes to? Who's he going to dial up? You see the freshman Cam Davis is in at running back, number 3, who's an absolute tank. Do they start to try and get him going? Get this run game going?
They've got Lawrence Toafili as a receiver, nearest
for the deep overshot.
As part of the 3 wide receiver set. Uyunglele, long throw, incomplete for Toafili. Kareem Johnson was draped on him in coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
You just got to be able to hit those throws, those timing throws. I see it here tonight. I mean, the accuracy, you just can't. He has a clean pocket. Toafili's just running an out route. I know it's a long throw from the opposite hash. You just got to be able to complete those.
Good push for the freshman Cam Davis. He picks up 5. It will be 3rd down and 5. KP Price made the stop. This has to be 4-down territory. It almost feels like for Florida State after a 20-yard punt.
Yeah.
And getting dominated the way that they have so far here in the first half. It almost feels like this is touchdown or bust just to swing the momentum in this game before halftime.
Who do you call on here now? You see the transfer Jalen Lucas in the slot, number 3 in the slot to this trip set down here. He's a dynamic playmaker.
BC brings a blitz. Uyunglele sets up Lucas. He gets free inside the 15, sprinting inside the 10. Oh, there's the playmaker making a play. 1st and goal, Knowles. A gain of 24.
Sometimes you just see it, and it's just going to work out depending upon where certain guys are. You can kind of get a feel for what an offensive coordinator is trying to do. Jalen Lucas in the slot, the number 3 position.
Play with quick tempo. Uyunglele can't avoid the sack. Down he goes. Donovan Ezaraku with a big sack for BC back outside the 10 to about the 13-yard line.
That's a great pass rush by Ezaraku going up against Darius Washington, who's a fantastic athlete. You see him there with the arm over, sets him up outside, arm over inside. You see Darius Washington stop his feet, drop his head. You're going to lose every time. Ezaraku is one of those guys that defensive coordinator Tim Lewis said was the first guy in his office when they got hired. They said, what do you need me to do? Just tell me what you need me to do. I'll get everybody on board.
Uyunglele in trouble again, and he misses on a sidearm screen. Roydell Williams. Now it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 13-yard line.
Those are those plays that the DJ is just having a tough time with right now. Like, can you change the arm angle, throw the football with consistency, and just have it match up? Have it match up where you can give the running back a chance to catch it and then make something happen. They have just been a tick off all night long.
BC a four-man rush. Seam route, end zone. Broken up. BC played coverage, and Kyle Morlock couldn't haul it in. Cam Arnold, the linebacker, got a hand in the passing lane.
Best on best. We saw them try to work Kyle Morlock in practice on these routes down in the red zone. They wanted to get the ball to him. Mike Norvell told us, look, he's too good of a player. He has to get his touches, but he was matched up against one of the best players on BC's defense. Cam Arnold came to BC as a defensive back, transitioned to linebacker. Defensive coordinator Tim Lewis loves him, says he can do it all, and he did it right there.
And that Ezaraku sack changed this entire possession. And now Florida State has no choice but to settle for the field goal. That gets them on the board. But Boston College, after only a 20-yard punt, and Florida State having great field position, hold to 3. And this season, All-State will celebrate every field goal and extra point made by participating universities by making a donation to the university's General Scholarship Fund. Thank you to All-State. That's a win for BC's defense in a big way, Lewis.
Yeah, it sure is. Hold them to 3. When you give them a short field to work with, and you just see how close they are, though, that being Florida State's offense. You can see who they're going to probably start going to here, right? You have to get the ball to Jalen Lucas. You have to get the ball to Morlock. You have to run the football, maybe get Cam Davis in there a little bit more. Use his power and his stoutness to establish a physicality. But you know what? None of it works unless DJ Uyunglele settles into a rhythm.
For Uyunglele, can one little slant to a Lucas like that, can one play like that get a quarterback?
They started doing work before any of the other players were even in the facility, going through practice scripts, dedicating himself to trying to be the best quarterback he can be.
Yeah, Chris, how about that dedication from Castellanos?
An alarm clock that goes off before any of the 3 of us. 5 a.m. wake up. He would get to the facility at 5:30. From 5:30 to 6:30, he would run through the script that they would use at practice so that he would make sure that he would know it all before they got in there. They go, they practice, he watches film relentlessly. When we were talking to him this week, he had the Georgia Tech game pulled up on his screen.
Well, facing third down here, and BC is 6 for 8 on third down. Will go down, well short of the first down. Daniel Lyons didn't buy the fake. And a little pushing and shoving after the play is over. So that's back-to-back stops now for the Florida State defense. They will force a punt. And still with 3.5 minutes on the clock, FSU has their timeouts. We'll see if DJ Uyunglele can build off their last drive.
Daniel Lyons, you see him right there. He gets a little turned around, but he's able to get himself oriented and still find where Thomas Castellanos is. Better late than never. That's the kind of heads-up
Quarterback Quinn Ewers, Texas, Michigan is the site. And it's College Game Day built by the Home Depot will be on site just outside the big house. That should be a scene.
No question.
I would say.
No question.
That'll be a scene.
No question. And I'll tell you what else is going to be a scene. The mood around here if they don't put this ball in the end zone.
Sidearm throw. The number's incomplete. He tried to find Jalen Brown, and the heat was coming. It looked like Ezeraku with a speed rush just about got to Uiagalelei as he let that one go.
Donovan Ezeraku looks fantastic. He is right now just giving Darius Washington, the left tackle, all he can handle. Uiagalelei trying to throw that long opposite hash comeback route to Jalen Brown. Just can't get enough on it. Again, just off just a little bit.
Play action. Sidearm throw. Bobbled. Incomplete. That time Malik Benson couldn't hold on. Now it'll be 3rd down and 10. A flag down. On the near side of the field. In the secondary, Max Tucker on the coverage. The penalty is against Florida State.
Now the player downfield, number 52.
So Boston College, rather than make it at 2nd and 15, will take the down to make it 3rd down and 10 with 2:51 to go in the half. BC still with 2 timeouts.
Correction. Boston College has accepted the 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat 2nd down. They've accepted the foul. Repeat 2nd down.
What do you think, Lewis? Would you take the penalty there, or BC changes their mind? They take the 5 yards rather than the down. You like 2nd and 15 as opposed to 3rd and 10?
I think right now they are just, they want to have as short a field as possible. They're thinking, look, we're going to get off the field regardless. We want as much yardage as possible. See if we can get another score here before the half.
And look at BC's defense. No deep safeties.
That's right. They're feeling confident right now.
A lot of players showing pressure. They'll rush only 4. Uiagalelei tries to escape the pocket, floats one out to midfield. Terrific play by Uiagalelei to Ja'Kai Douglas across his body. That time he kept his eyes downfield.
He's absolutely. That was just a simulated pressure again. Show 5-6 up at the line of scrimmage, drop them out, rush with 4. Covered with 7, and you just see there Ja'Kai Douglas. He finds the zone void. Nice throw by DJ Uiagalelei.
Well protected on 1st down here. And makes BC pay. That time the pass rush didn't get home. And Malik Benson has a Florida State 1st down. 19 more.
That's a guy that they need to get going. You see him there. He's working against Amari Jackson, Boston College's best corner. Just runs a little comeback on the outside, drives him off. Nice throw and catch.
Florida State gets another snap off before the 2-minute timeout. Flags down. Back shoulder incomplete with 2:01 to go in the half, as Morlock couldn't reach back for that one. The clock does tick down to 2 minutes to go in the half.
Legal formation. Offense. Number 52 lined up in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
So that should take us, based on the clock as it reads, to the 2-minute timeout. And it does. So it will be 1st and 15 when we come back for Florida State. 2 minutes to go in the 1st half here in Tallahassee.
Huddle up, stay fit, and fuel your fandom. Enjoy the home field advantage at Fairfield, official hotel partner of the NCAA.
We're looking for ways to maximize our productivity this quarter. Thoughts?
Martin?
Oh, shoulda bought Dixie. These weak store brand plates are risky business. Big thumbs down.
Next time, get Dixie Ultra Plates, 3 times stronger than the leading store brand. Dixie, make it right.
When Mario needs to be at his best, he needs protection that goes beyond. Dove Men with 72-hour protection and 1/4 moisturizer. So he can forget his underarms and focus on being unforgettable. Dove Men, forgettable underarms, unforgettable you.
Starbucks cold brew? In a can? What else might be possible? Perhaps finding your dog twin. Too good to be true can be true. New Starbucks cold brew.
The thrill of finding your path with the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek.
Labor Day savings are here. Let's put fall into motion, tackle turning colors, warm up welcomes, and add light to lawns. Fall starts with Labor Day savings at the Home Depot.
Full-time fans, you give the season everything you've got, and I've got my eyes on you. I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm rewarding the most passionate fans. Because that kind of dedication deserves a Modelo.
In every generation, there are those who question the status quo. Questions like, why can't chicken be slow roasted? Why can't I have shredded purple cabbage? Why can't my quesadilla have cheese inside and out? And where's my avocado verde salsa? The new era of chicken is here to stay. The Cantina Chicken Menu. Only at Taco Bell.
I'm Matt Berry. Coming up, loaded halftime report. We discuss whether or not there should be trouble in Tallahassee tonight in the second half. Plus, USC quarterback Miller Moss. What a game he had last night. He'll join us at the half. Plus, it's a staple on college football final. You want them in your wallet. You just don't want one from us. We are handing out bonus dollars with Dan Mullen and Joey Galloway.
We'll take some of those, Matty. Trick play. The reverse flea flicker. Uiagalelei misses. Kyle Morlock down the sideline, and Boston College didn't really buy the fake, as KP Price was pretty tight on the tight end in coverage. So off of the 2-minute timeout, they dial up the trick play.
Yeah, you see Kyle Morlock, he just blocks, and then you see him release down the sideline. He overthrew him a little. Again, Kyle Morlock is someone they want to get the ball to. They think they have a guy here who presents some mismatch problems for the coverage defenders of Boston College. That time it was KP Price who was trailing.
Incomplete, thrown behind Ja'Kai Douglas. Now it's 3rd down and 15 for Florida State with 1:50 to go before halftime. This is a huge sequence upcoming because Florida State starts the third quarter with the football. So if they could score before halftime, this whole game could flip, or could BC get a stop and get another score before halftime?
Absolutely. Look, DJ knew where he was going with the football there. Another simulated pressure. He had the right guy, Ja'Kai Douglas. Just another miss.
Would you blitz if you're BC here?
I would heat him up a little bit. I would bring more than 4.
They bring 4. Uiagalelei. Short of the first down line to gain, but not by much. Ja'Kai Douglas reached the ball out. He's about a half-yard shy, so you have to think Florida State goes for it.
Again, it's that zone blitzing background, that Pittsburgh Steeler background of defensive coordinator Tim Lewis. You're seeing it on display.
Florida State with the first charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
What a big play is coming up here, as FSU will call timeout with 1:34 on the clock. They will undoubtedly, you would think, go for it. on 4th down to try to keep this drive alive. And again, they start the 3rd quarter with the ball.
Yeah, this is huge. You have to get some points out of this, obviously. You would like to get 6 out of it. It'll be interesting cat and mouse here as far as if they're able to convert here. What does defensive coordinator Tim Lewis then try to do? Because right now his zone blitz schemes are not getting home. The pressure's kind of calmed down. DJ's kind of settled in a little bit, and he's seeing the field better. Isn't always accurate, but he's seeing the field better. Do you try and get some hits on him by sending some more and telling your secondary guys to lock down in man-to-man? Not zone blitz, but man-to-man coverage, which they were doing well earlier on in the game.
And they run the chains out just to make it official, and it is less than 1 on 4th down that they have remaining. This is 4th at about a foot that Florida State has to go. So with 1:34 on the clock, both teams now with 2 timeouts remaining. Huge play here.
Florida State was not charged a timeout.
Now they'll give FSU. So FSU gets their timeout back since the officials were stopping the clock anyway to bring the chains out for a measurement.
Big call here. You ask this offensive line to go ahead and just establish the line of scrimmage and pick up this first.
Well, you have a 250-pound quarterback as well. Is this anything more than just
if he's not
quarterback going right up the middle?
Yeah, if he's not under center, he better not be carrying the ball.
And there he goes. He gets the push, and an easy 4th down conversion for Uiagalelei. And that will stop the clock for the moment. And again, it preserves all 3 Florida State timeouts.
Getting inside in 2 minutes.
Even in a loss last week, Florida State had a heck of a 4th quarter touchdown drive to get that game against Georgia Tech tied.
Well, they showed a lot of mental toughness, and they need it here. Now,
timeout, Florida State. That's their first charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
So now they'll get organized with their first timeout before 1st down.
Yeah, look, I mean, you've got the benefit of time on your side. 1:10 on the clock. You had all 3 timeouts. The clock, so now you can really kind of talk through your strategy. Now the real cat and mouse game starts. Who are the guys down here that you're going to try and get the ball to? They've been trying to get the ball to tight end Kyle Morlock, number 84. They had Jalen Lucas. They had him open. He's a guy who's dynamic in space. So maybe he's a guy. Lawrence Tofili has been open. They just haven't been able to hit him. So they have a number of different people that they can go to. I would bet on Tofili or Lucas. Alert for a trick play down here the closer we get to the goal line. And if you're Tim Lewis, the defensive coordinator, now you got to get more aggressive. Now you can't sit back and simulate pressure. You got to bring some pressure.
But a point you made about FSU that I thought was interesting this week is you think they might be spreading it around to too many weapons?
Exactly.
That maybe they need to really identify
who are the
kind
guys?
of the top of the pyramid and get it to those guys?
Absolutely. And I think, as the season goes on, that'll declare itself.
Uiagalelei. And that is a long throw for not much yardage to Malik Benson that will get the clock rolling. They'll hold on to their timeouts, gets it down to about the 17-yard line for a gain of 4.
Bob, there came the pressure, the boundary corner fire. They brought 5 and played man-to-man in the back end.
Rush 4 here. Sidearms 1, slipping out of the backfield, getting down inside the 10-yard line is Roydell Williams. He's got a 1st down and stops the clock. He picks up 11. And Crouch made the stop. Now it's 1st and goal. And the whole playbook at their disposal because they still have a timeout. Tenth play of the drive for FSU. Uiagalelei. Floater in the back of the end zone. Wobbler comes up short. He was looking for Ja'Kai Douglas, but it must have been tipped at the line. That came out like a wounded duck.
Ja'Kai Douglas is wide open in the back of the end zone. You can just see there was a miscommunication. Carter Davis, Cam Arnold, and you see Ja'Kai Douglas is sitting there at the back of the end zone. You can see the miscommunication there. You see everyone playing on the goal line, and they just turn Ja'Kai Douglas loose in the back of the end zone.
And George
dodged one there.
George Rooks got a hand on the ball. 2nd down and goal. Looks in that same direction. Another wide open receiver, and he misses Darion Williamson. Oh, Uyunglele just puts a little bit of touch on that throw. It is an easy Florida State touchdown. Instead, it's 3rd down and goal.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get here and here. And now watch these two defenders. They both jump the short route. They don't talk it through, and look what happens. They turn the slot receiver loose. They both cover the smash route, but DJ just misses them. The exact thing that happened to their defense down in the red zone, they can't take advantage of.
Same formation. Another 4-man rush. Uyunglele back in the end zone for Morlock. That's incomplete. Will they have to settle for another field goal? It's 4th and goal from the 6.
We watched them over and over trying to get the ball to Kyle Morlock down in the red zone during practice. And you're going to see him here. He's matched up against Amari Jackson. He's got size and length on him. He's got position. He just can't, DJ just can't put the ball in a spot that gives him a chance. He just didn't give him enough of a shot to make a one-on-one play.
So Ryan Fitzgerald from short range, 24 yards away. That's the 2nd time, though, that Florida State has gotten down to the 6-yard line. And on both of those possessions, they have had to settle for only 3. A 1-possession game, 25 seconds to go before halftime. And what a lineup we have coming for you this weekend and Monday. The U.S. Open Women's Final is Saturday afternoon on ESPN. Our ABC Saturday college football tripleheader capped off with Tennessee, NC State. The U.S. Open Men's Final is Sunday afternoon. And our Monday night football Week 1 matchup has the Jets in San Francisco to meet the 49ers. Injury update, by the way, from Chris Budden down on the sideline. DJ Lundy has made his way back to the FSU locker room. So without Omar Graham, they were already a little thin at linebacker. And that's one of those green dot middle linebackers that they're now going to potentially be without. Keep our eyes on Lundy and see if he comes back out to start the 2nd half. But he just made his way back to the locker room.
Now you know it's on Cam Riley and Nick Nicholson. You're up.
So DJ Uyunglele again got Florida State down inside the 10-yard line, but again, they have to settle for 3.
Yeah, they have some open receivers. You see the miscommunications on the part of Boston College's secondary. There, the tip pass. Good play by the defensive line of Boston College, but these are throws that have to result in 6. They have to be touchdowns. Morlock one-on-one against a corner that he has a lot more length and reach on. Doesn't put it in a spot where he can make a play on the ball high in the back of the end zone. It's just those missed opportunities. Had some good throws. Still just not quite in sync.
So Boston College, you would think, would be content to take an 8-point lead at the locker room at halftime. They'll run it straight ahead with Trayshawn Ward. And that should end the first half.
I think it's safe to say, Bob, Bill O'Brien, he said that he was optimistic about this football team. He thinks that they're made of the right stuff, put them through a tough camp. These kids are eager to learn, and these kids have all said they love the knowledge that this staff has. You're seeing it right there on the field play itself out.
Well, Bill O'Brien has to be happy with a 22-minute time of possession first half and running the football, at times dominating the line of scrimmage. But before they even go to the locker room, Mike Norvell gathering his entire team at the 50-yard line. almost given that halftime speech before they even leave the field.
Yeah, he's telling them, look, you're in for a fight right now. Whatever you thought about Boston College, you can just wipe it away, because right now is our moment of truth. And I love that phrase when he told us that you have those moments where you're going to find out a little bit about yourself as a coach, as a player, and as a team. And right now, in this heat, this hot, humid night here, they're fighting for their college football playoff life.
Well, Mike Norvell is about to make his way over to Chris Budden. Be interesting to hear what he just told his team before they left the field. He didn't bother to wait till halftime to give the halftime speech. As we go down to Chris.
Coach, you like to huddle your team before you head into the halftime for the locker room. What was your message to your guys right now?
It was about as bad of a start as we could have looked at. And I mean, to be down just one possession, obviously we got to come out. We got to play a lot cleaner football. We've had too many mistakes. Got to do much better on third downs, offensively and defensively. And but I thought our defense responded there in the second quarter. But we got 30 minutes of football to go play.
With such few possessions, what do you need more on offense when they get the ball?
We got to be able to finish in the end zone. We've had some mistakes. We've had some misconnections. We got to make sure we just calm down, go out there, throw and catch. We got to be able to establish the run game. But we've had limited possessions, and it's a lot of that's there. Got to be able to execute on third downs as well.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Boston College with a 14-6 lead at halftime. Coming up after the break, it's the halftime report with Matt Barry, Joey Galloway, and Dan Mullen. Don't go away.
If you're living with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis or active psoriatic arthritis, symptoms can sometimes hold you back. But now there's Skyrizi, so you can be all in with clear skin.
Things are getting clearer. Yeah, I feel free. To be my skin, yeah, that's on me. Nothing is everything.
With Skyrizi, you can show up with 90% clear skin. And if you have psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi can help you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Say it's here where our pieces fall in place, and we get a chance to say before we ease away, for all the love you left behind, you can have mine.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. X-Chair has done it again with our groundbreaking LMX technology, providing hours of infinite comfort no matter where in the world you're sitting. By synthesizing the universe's elements, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience, our mission is to help you discover that every workday can happen with body and mind in an out-of-this-world place of comfort and productivity. X-Chair is charting a new course, helping workers everywhere find comfort as their work worlds zoom back and forth. Even though your work reality may continue to shift, we've got our eye on the future of work so you can focus on the present. And from where we sit, the future still feels good. X-Chair puts in the work so you don't have to. Celebrate Labor Day with up to $400 off, including free LMAX. Sale ends September 16th.
This halftime report is presented by Skyrizi.
Dan Mullen, Joey Galloway, Matt Barry, Labor Day Monday Night Football College Style. These two have been
late on the music there.
These two have been arguing the entire commercial break of what Boston College is doing successfully against Florida State's defense offensively.
Yeah, well, you watch them, they're running the mesh route, and you're going to see Bill O'Brien does a great job. He's going to find different ways to continue to run the mesh route. Whether they have them in man or zone, they're trying to create a pick and confusion on the backside background. See the motion creates right here, the two receivers. There's a shallow drag, a deep drag that spots over the ball, backside receiver coming. They missed it on the first one. Here it is, the second one. You see the backers getting confused with the three receivers. 18 doesn't push out to go stay with the back on the mash cover.
There's no such thing as confusion, though. He has to have that guy man-to-man.
So he should be looking at nothing but the back. If I'm Boston College, I'm going to run that play 15 more times.
They're in the locker room right now drawing up 3 different more ways to do it.
The corner on the outside is playing man-to-man, so he's going with the receiver. The linebacker is looking at the quarterback for some reason as the running back is coming out of the backfield. The receiver's coming across like, I got no one to pick because he's not even covering him, and he's running out. It's crazy. It's weird.
Second week in a row, Florida State's defense has left a lot to be desired.
Well, you want to talk about the offense? There's a lot to be desired.
We saw that end of half possession. I think everybody saw what was going on with the offense, but certainly they're going to need something at a DJU coming up in the second half. They want to get back into this game. It's a one-score game, so we'll take an eye on that in the second half. But we want to take you to bonus coverage, a live look-in, Joey, U.S. Open over on ESPN2. The Yannick Sinner-Tommy Paul match getting started. The American Tommy Paul, you know he's going to have the Queens crowd on his side tonight.
I like Sinner in this one.
You like Yannick Sinner?
I do. I like Sinner in this one.
So it's about to get underway over on ESPN2. If you're looking for Yannick Sinner, Tommy Paul, it's going to be a fun match at the U.S. Open over on the Duke. We come back. USC quarterback Miller Moss, star on Sunday night, joins us tonight at halftime when we return.
This halftime report is presented by Sky Rizzi.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Sky Rizzi, feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and even at 2 years.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Sky Rizzi. Abby could help you save.
Old Spice Gentleman Super Hydration Body Wash. Vanilla and shea. 24/7 moisturization with vitamin B3.
Are you using all the Old Spice?
In a bath.
Oops.
Men have skin too. Old Spice.
Okay, everybody got their Dos Equis playbooks? Good. There's only one play. Go for dose. That means when we get a chance to go big, we take it. Let's roll some tape. 2 seats in an okay position, but the front row would be a huge score. The usher is playing lockdown D. Watch how they execute. With the Dos Equis vendor as lead blocker. Sneak, scramble, take it to the house. Flawless. That's how you...
Confident about which used car to buy?
Nope.
Why not ask the most confident person you know?
My old high school coach.
Just say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra oomph. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. Personally, I get into the sweetness of the honey. That's what hits first. Then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet. And then you also have the spice of the jalapeno peppers. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning in my mind.
Real customer paid for their testimonial.
This is the ACC, where greatness isn't just a goal. It's our relentless pursuit.
Well, there you go.
Where elite coaches and preeminent players constantly strive to redefine what's possible. Here, greatness knows no limits. Here, achievements speak louder than words. And legacies are cemented. This is the ACC, accomplished greatness.
Miller Moss, so good in the win last night against LSU, effective against the blitz, really shined when throwing downfield the fourth quarter, including on his go-ahead touchdown pass. And what a performance it was. USC quarterback Miller Moss joining us now. And Miller, how fun was that travel home from Las Vegas last night after the win?
It was awesome. I mean, obviously just a phenomenal environment in Allegiant in Vegas. I think just to enjoy that with the guys going home, and obviously this morning we're moving on to Utah State, but just to enjoy it last night was really, really cool.
Yeah, what is that win against an SEC team? They were higher ranked, they were favored. You guys had to come back and win in the last minute. What does that win say about where this program is headed?
Yeah, I mean, I think we don't want to necessarily get caught up too much in sending messages, you know. I think we worked really hard throughout the offseason to establish an identity. And I think in part we showed that. And I think obviously we've got a long ways to go in terms of doing that. But I think we kind of showed the first pieces of who we want to be as a team.
Miller, so much talk last night about the fact that you stayed and waited your turn. Number one, why would you do that? It sounds crazy in today's world because nobody stays. And then talk about how that worked out for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously there's a bunch of contributing factors. I think at any given time or, inflection point, staying at USC was always the best decision for me, my career, and my family. I think I have a tremendous appreciation for this university and place a ton of value in the development and playing in the room with Coach Riley. So I think I got to be around phenomenal people, not only coaches, but staff, teachers, just the university as a whole.
Miller, coming off such that big win on a short week following it with the Sunday night. You're the leader of this team. How's the adjustment going this week, or what are things you need to do with a short week? Obviously, different style of preparation, having the less time to get ready, and you're the leader of this team. How do you keep everybody's focus on the next game after that's such a huge win last night?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's really important to keep in mind that the goal of this season was not to beat LSU. Obviously, we wanted to start on a high note, and I think we did a good job in doing that. But the only way that we're going to continue to accomplish what we want to accomplish is if we keep climbing as a team. And we really have to attack our preparation each and every week. I think we emptied the tank as a team when it came to preparation and just leaving it all out there against LSU. And we have to understand that that's what it's going to take each and every week.
Miller, today you were named Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. First of all, I'm a fellow Pac-12 guy, so hearing USC and Big Ten is just weird in and of itself. But as you prepare for a new era in your storied program's history, what's the biggest adjustment you think you guys have to make between that Pac-12 corridor and then heading out into Big Ten country?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I agree. It is weird hearing. But I think the biggest adjustment for us is just the maturity that we're going to have in handling the travel and stuff like that. I mean, at the end of the day, I know a lot of people, kind of make an issue of the difference in play style. And yes, that's true to some extent. But at the end of the day, like, we're all playing football. So I think just the ability of our team to be mature, in handling the extra travel and handling short weeks and stuff like that is going to be really important throughout the stretch of the season.
Miller, how did playing with Caleb Williams, the number one pick in the draft, Heisman Trophy winner, how did that help you early on in your career develop to prepare you for the great performance you had last night?
Yeah, I think it helped me a tremendous amount. I mean, me and Caleb are very close. We text back and forth throughout the week and stuff like that. I think we're always rooting for one another. But I think really those practices, going head to head, because I mean, our first spring together, like, we were the only scholarship quarterbacks on the roster, so we took every single rep. So just going back and forth with him for those 2 years really helped shape me as a player, really pushed me competitively. And I think really, like I said, really helped mold me into not only the person but the player I am today. So I'll always be grateful for those times. And obviously, like I said, me and Caleb are really, really close, and I'll always be rooting for him.
Well, Miller, congratulations on the comeback. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on being a rarity in college football and staying and not bailing into the transfer portal. And also, one big congratulations. You got the Santa Monica beach bum looking, relaxed USC quarterback look down to a T.
I think that's a compliment, so I'll say thank you.
Miller, great stuff, man. Good luck the rest of the season. Stay healthy.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, guys. Fight on.
From one quarterback to another, Castellanos, the mobile player for Bill O'Brien. He's got BC up 14 cents. Hey, that's $1 coming up next.
This halftime report is presented by Sky Rizzi.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Thanks to Sky Rizzi, I'm playing with clearer skin. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Summer's here, and so too are its many challenges. Heat that won't quit, hammocks that won't hammock, flips that won't flop. That's why it's important to keep it cool, keep them coming, and keep it easy. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light.
Itch, scratch, must not itch.
Stop the itch sanity with Cortisone 10 for bug bites, poison ivy, and other itches. Cortisone 10 is #1 doctor recommended. It works fast and lasts for hours. Cortisone 10.
Boston College is a Jesuit, Catholic, liberal arts university committed to formative education. It is a place that gives you the skills to imagine, to innovate, and to improve the world. And it looks a bit like this.
What's the #1 item in a crisis? Food. Because when the world goes sideways, grocery shelves get picked bare and people worry they'll go hungry. That's why you need 4Patriot's best-selling 3-month survival food kit. Food designed to last for 25 years, tastes great, and is easy to make. Packed with 688 servings and 24 delicious meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Get your food kit with free shipping and free mini kits at 4patriots.com.
Sleep more deeply and wake up rejuvenated. Purple Mattresses exclusive Gel Flex Grid draws away heat, relieves pressure, and instantly adapts. Sleep better, live Purple. Right now, save up to $1,000 during our Labor Day sale. Visit purple.com or a store near you.
Life with kids can be messy. Once Upon a Farm keeps it clean where it matters most. Organic, no added sugar, farm fresh blends for babies to big kids for wherever life takes you. From our farm to your fridge. Once Upon a Farm.
Bonus, that's $1. We start with Alonzo
Let's
Fournette
go.
III. This is the flop of the decade. Look at this. Look,
Hold on, let's see. This guy's going to make sure, Liz Lyman, make sure he's okay. Oh, no.
Thoughts and prayers with his family during this difficult time. Our last That's $1. Billy Napier versus the water bottle.
That's sweaty in the
There's
swamp
one.
right there. Your hands are a little wet.
There's 2. He switched the hand. There's 3.
I got it. Yeah.
Put
And then he
it down.
gave up.
But no, he didn't give up.
I didn't think it ever came.
Let's go again.
Ever came off.
Let's go again.
Second half in Tallahassee after this.
There is nothing like a Wendy's Frosty. It's cool. It's creamy. It's only $1 right now. Wait, what? The one and only Frosty is $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Blocked from watching the big match? Save the day by using the Bank of America customized cash rewards card and choose to earn 3% cash back on online purchases, like live streaming. The UPS Store is more than just a shipping store. We're the pack it, ship it, guarantee it store. We know running a small business takes a lot of grit and hustle. So we're the stress less store and the we've got your back store. Because when you trust us to pack it and ship it, we guarantee it, so it'll get into the hands of your customers safely. Which is why we're the Stand By Our Work Guaranteed Store. Come into the UPS Store today and be unstoppable.
All right, here we go.
No. What's my next step? Oh.
Dad.
You break it, we take it.
We can take it.
Trade in any phone in any condition at Verizon for the new Google Pixel 9 with Gemini.
Give me a recipe with these ingredients.
Let's do that one.
Only on Verizon.
1 in 3 pet parents has used their pet's name as their password.
System hacked. System hacked. System hacked.
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way to show your love.
At Domino's, we've heard in focus groups that some people don't love our classic crust.
Too doughy.
It's not thin enough.
So here's another pizza.
All the ingredients come together.
And so what if I told you this was Domino's?
Just a Domino's, for real.
Introducing Domino's New York style pizza. Try it tonight.
This is the ACC, where greatness isn't just a goal. It's our relentless pursuit.
Well, there you go.
Where elite coaches and preeminent players constantly strive to redefine what's possible. Here, greatness knows no.
The first down. That's a gain of 7. That's going to set up 4th down. And will Florida State leave their offense on the field? On their side of the 50, 4th down and 5. We said this was a big opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And now who do you go to?
Wow, and a 1-possession game going for it on 4th down.
Got one-on-one coverage down here at the bottom of the screen.
And they will snap it. Not a hard count. A sidearm lob, and it's intercepted. Max Tucker down the sideline. Inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Boston College. A 57-yard interception return for Max Tucker. A chance taken by FSU, and it blows up in their face.
He wanted to go down here to Portier, who had one-on-one against Amari Jackson, and had to pull it down. You see him look, and then he has to pull it down. The pressure's getting to him. He's trying to find somewhere to unload the football, and Max Tucker is just sitting there waiting. Tips it, overthrows, defensive backs. No, Aaron throws, you just got to catch it, and now you turn into a running back. Good coverage across the board by the Boston College secondary. They locked them down in man-to-man coverage. That is a huge swing in momentum.
Goal to go for BC. Robichaux to the 5-yard line. An extra push inside the 5, down to about the 4. It'll be 2nd down and goal. And boy, back to the pass rush as well, Lewis, on 4th down. Ezeraku again got the pressure on Uiagalelei.
It's all front and coverage. It goes together on the defensive side. If you can lock it down in the back end and make the quarterback just hold the ball a beat, give the defensive line another second to work, that's usually what happens, right?
How about in a one-possession game, though, the decision to go for it on 4th down? That's not a panic move?
Yeah, it definitely feels like panic in this situation, trying to create some momentum.
Castellanos to the goal line, and BC converts. Robichaux with the touchdown. And the Eagles extend their lead.
Again, the play calling. Running back out here in the flat. You're getting a little natural pick route. They're just kind of right now taking advantage of the Florida State linebackers, playing with poor eyes, getting out leveraged, not communicating, all of these different switch releases. This is a pro-style offense. What they have done is identified a weakness, and now they're exploiting it over and over and over again.
21-6. The pressure provided by Ezeraku. Uiagalelei serves up the interception. Returned by Tucker inside the 10, and Robichaux converts.
Only KFC has nuggets worthy of the sauce. Try one of 5 signature flavors, drizzled, drenched, and dripping on original recipe chicken nuggets. Grab 10 for just $5.99.
Big drip, big drip, big drip, big drip, big drip.
On a hyped-up Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
All aboard the hype train. We're going all the way. Woo!
I heard this hype train runs an ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
And the hopes of overly optimistic fans. Hey guys, check out my new tattoo. We are so winning it all. Even the national media agrees.
And they're never wrong about anything.
Oh wait, our quarterback got injured in practice.
Okay, everyone off the hype train. Well, that didn't last long.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
I'm lucky. I found the one thing that I was put on this earth to do. And every day, as I inch one step closer to my vision, it reminds me that making it in life is all about the making.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Right now during the Ram Labor Day sales event, get $3,000 cash allowance plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the purchase of most 2025 Ram 1500 trucks.
I can't believe you corporate types are still at it. Just stop calling each other rock stars.
And using Workday to put finance and HR on one platform? Tim, you are a rock star.
Using responsible AI doesn't make you a rock star.
Kinda does.
You are not rock stars. Okay, most of you are not rock stars.
Ooh, data-driven insights and large language models. Oh, that's so rock and roll.
It is, right?
You get it, yeah.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
You know, Coach Prime, it's nice to finally have some free time. Gives you a chance to reflect on the important things.
Like how Aflac pays people money for the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Health insurance does leave a gap.
But Aflac gives people money to help close that gap. Oh, Coach Prime got one on the line too, baby.
See, that's how you hold up a trophy, trust me.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
I hope y'all hungry.
I'm glad I brought my own dinner.
You'll never see anything like this ever again in your life. It's a one-of-one. I'm
September 14th, that's Sphere, the greatest live sporting event of all time.
Let's go, baby!
21-6, Boston College has the lead on FSU. And the crowd here in Tallahassee has really been, Lewis, in shocked silence since the start of this game.
Yeah, look, right now they just are not happy with the efficiency of the offense, and for good reason. But I tell you, a lot of it has to do with the efficiency of this Boston College defense.
Yep. That's Louis Riddick. I'm Bob Wischusen. Chris Button with us as well as we take a look at tonight's game flow, brought to you by Progressive.
Just watch how this happens. Watch these guys right here, man-to-man coverage. Watch right here. You have a free dropper who just kind of hangs in the middle, and then watch the pass rush of Ezeraku. He just beats the tackle one-on-one, and it's just front and coverage all goes together. You make the quarterback pat the ball, give me time to work my moves, lock them down in the back end, free dropper, give out help. That's perfect team defense right there. You can't draw it up any better than that.
So Philly in the game to the left of Uyangalele. He will take the handoff and bounce it. Turn the corner and gets ridden out at the 30-yard line. And last week, there were multiple times where Florida State was in a had-to-have-it 4th down, and they converted against Georgia Tech in Dublin. Certainly understand off of that maybe why Mike Norvell might have had some faith on 4th down to go for it there, but to go for it on 4th down on the opening possession of the 3rd quarter, it felt like a little too much desperation with a lot of time on the clock in a one-possession game.
Prior to the snap, ball starts, number 53, offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
And now Maurice Smith, the center, wipes away the 5-yard gain on 1st down.
Yeah, Bob, it reeks of a coach who senses that right now, in this moment of truth, I need to get my guys, give them an extra jolt. I need to really raise their confidence, demonstrate it out of their ability to pick up that 4th down. But now it could go just the other way. So this is important now. Now, how do they respond here? Do they continue to fight? Can they put together some drives?
Jet sweep. Ja'Kai Douglas. Lassoed down across the 30, the 31-yard line. He's got 6. And proud Jamari Jackson were there to sandwich him 4 yards shy of the 1st down. So the Noles faced with 3rd and 4.
Boston College's man pressures and the ability of their secondary right now to make plays in one-on-one situations has been nothing short of spectacular so far in this game.
Tipped ball! Nearly intercepted on the carom. Intended for Morlock. And that makes Florida State 1 for 9 on 3rd down.
I mean, you just see Morlock's just running a Y stick, which is basically an out route. It goes through his hands. He just isn't able to get his hands oriented and make this catch. You got to make that catch. That's got to be a catch. They have been dialing up routes for Kyle Morlock all game long. We saw him work him in practice. Mike Norvell said, look, we have to make a concerted effort to get him the football, but you got to make the plays.
Jaden McGowan lets it bounce. And it takes a sideways hop out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So Boston College pinned deep, but they have a big lead. 21-6 early in the 3rd quarter here in Tallahassee.
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. City shopping spree you. Weekend getaway you. Outdoor adventures you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Because when you're in a Mercedes, you'd expect nothing less. Visit MBUSA.com for special offers on select SUV models.
Why take less when you can get a beefy 5-layer burrito, a Chalupa Supreme, a double stacked taco, and a drink for just $7? It's Lux for less. Introducing the $7 Lux Cravings Box, only at Taco Bell.
Dad, with this Fox tea, I could be class president. And with Target Circle, we save automatically. I'll run on a platform for longer recess and having the cool Fox tea. Vote Claire.
Get your Labor Day delivered. The Home Depot has free delivery on over 2 million items and fast same-day delivery from our store to your door. Get Labor Day delivered your way at the Home Depot.
If you haven't been to the country, you have to come and visit.
That'll be an adventure.
To new friends.
It's so quiet around here.
I admire you. Louise is a beautiful woman.
Something's not right with him.
I want to leave now.
Remember that time you tried to leave and you didn't say goodbye? Why are you doing this?
Because you let us. Speak no evil. Rated R. I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Derrick Henry.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Home!
Okay, and this is Auto again, right?
Auto!
Hey, this is my living room.
Home!
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan.
The dog isn't allowed on the couch, Derek.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The entire National Hockey League, as well as the Boston college community and so many others, were devastated Friday when we learned of the deaths of Johnny and Matthew Goudreau. The two brothers were killed by an apparent drunk driver while biking Thursday evening in southern New Jersey. They both played hockey at BC, together for a year even as teammates. Johnny Goudreau was 31. His younger brother Matthew was 29. Our hearts are shattered, and we send every good thought and prayer to their wives, Johnny Goudreau's young children, Matthew's child on the way, and all of their family and friends, from everyone at ESPN. Trayshawn Ward out to the 25-yard line, but, I mean, Lewis, that was as heartbreaking a story as you could possibly imagine. And it really hit home with the Boston college community specifically.
It absolutely does. Look, it just takes your breath away when you read some of the details that were put out there for the public to consume about how this took place. I mean, I was just literally speechless, just speechless. And to think about, you know, all the circumstances surrounding it with their families, it's crushing. It's absolutely crushing.
So hopefully the entire Goudreau family and their circle of friends, and it is a very wide circle of friends because those two young men were as nice as they come, feels everyone's collective arms wrapped around them because we're all sending every good thought and prayer your way.
Absolutely.
Trayshawn Ward was able to head off the field and seemed okay, so BC out to their own 25-yard line.
Looked like a hamstring cramp. I mean, it is humid and warm in this stadium tonight. Conditioning, hydration, all going to play a big part of this as we head through this third quarter.
And now up the middle goes the freshman Turbo Richard. And he lives up to his name and picks up 15 more yards. Ventrell Cypress made the stop. But Bill O'Brien told us, I think this kid is our future. Not sure how much he was going to play tonight because he had been banged up a bit during camp. But Turbo Richard makes an early impression.
You see the acceleration right there, that weak side counter with the two pullers coming back weak side. Turbo's got some juice. You can see why Coach O'Brien was excited about it.
It's Richard, and this time not nearly as much. Bottled up near the line of scrimmage, got a couple.
If you're Florida State's defense, you've just got to stay in it. You just got to keep your head down as far as do your assignment, play team defense. Don't try to do anything extra. Just play team defense. Don't look at the scoreboard and get off the field on third down and let your offense continue to try and find its way. You just got, and it's the hardest thing in the world to do in a situation like this.
more yards. DJ Lundy, who was able to make his way back into the game here in the second half, which each bring down the true freshman. Looks like Turbo Richard will head out. Kyle Robichaux will come back in for a third down.
Just like it's been all game long. This is the down that they just have to be better with, that they just have to get off the field. Mike Norvell made it a point, telling our Chris Budden that this was the down distance that they had to be better at offensively and defensively, and here's one of those moments. This is one of those moments where you got to find something out about yourself. Down 21-6 here, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Castellanos tries to find an escape hatch. Gets to the sideline and comes up short. About 2 yards shy of the first down. DJ Lundy and Joshua Farmer combined to drive him out. So Boston College will punt midway through the third quarter.
DJ Lundy has really shown his competitive character in this drive. Number 10 is flying all over the place. He is coming downhill trying to stop the run. You saw there the extra effort to chase Castellanos, who has just been a nightmare for him all night long. That's what you want to see if you're Mike Norvell, if you're Adam Fuller, the defensive coordinator. Who's going to continue to fight? Who's going to show up?
Sam Candati with some hang time. And the ball with a flag down inside the 5-yard line bounces into the end zone. That might be kick-catch interference, because I'm not sure Jalen Lucas had an opportunity to field that ball.
Catching interference. Number 13, kicking team. 15-yard penalty on the spot of the foul. First down.
That's the first Boston College penalty. And it's a 15-yard penalty for kick-catch interference that will change field position for Florida State.
Game time. Wing time.
That was fast.
I even refilled your Coke.
Some wings you just can't wait to tailgate with.
Excuse me. You left your head.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
That chicken from Popeyes.
Think scaling your AI pilots is hard? Think again. With Watson X, you can deploy AI across any environment. Above the clouds and on lots of clouds. With your secured data on-prem, in real time on center court, and assisting bank tellers on the edge. Watson X helps you deploy AI wherever you need it, so you can take your business wherever it needs to go. IBM, let's create.
Chase really knows how to put the heart in your local community. See what I did there? Hey, Jacket. Evan, my guy. You helping him with savings, right? I wish I had somebody like Evan when I started. Somebody just got their first debit card. Ice cream on you? Ooh, tacos. I got you. Wait, hold on. Don't you owe me money? What? Your money is a part of your community, so your bank should be too. Like Chase.
USAA. You could be eligible if your spouse, parent, or even your grandparents served.
That was it. You're in.
As a veteran, I'm already in. USAA. Are you eligible?
Did you know taking Zysol at night relieves allergies while you sleep? So you wake refreshed for a more productive day. Get 24-hour continuous relief that does not fade. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. It's a mouth-watering, stretched thinner, made bigger, more for your money, extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Better get you some Papa John's.
Readiness. An enduring spirit. Precise execution. Whatever's required. There's no better partner than Chubb when it's all on the line. Chubb, proud insurance partner of the U.S. Open.
L is for the way you look
is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Celebrating the challenge of road games everywhere. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear. More driven. Bob Wischusen, Louis Riddick, Chris Budden back here in Tallahassee. And it has been some kind of impressive road performance by BC. Wrapping up week number 1 in college football. Here's Roydell Williams to start this drive for FSU. Picks up 4 on the dive. Another tackle for KP Price.
See, now that just gives you a little bit of rhythm. 2nd and 6, you can deal with that. You can deal with that as a play caller. Now the passing game. Who can you get it to? You got man-to-man coverage, free safety in the middle of the field. Can you win one-on-one on the outside if you're going to throw the football?
And it looks like FSU is going to give the yards right back again.
Ball starts. Number 53, offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
And Lewis, that just erases exactly what you said. The 4 yards, a little bit of rhythm, that middle ground play calling down and distance, 2nd down and 6. Well, now you're behind the chains.
Yeah.
And now you're back into what you might think would be an obvious passing situation.
Now you're to a situation where the defensive coordinator for Boston College is going, okay, let me flip over my card. Now I get to call these, the fun defenses. And here they come.
They're in pursuit. Uiagalelei dropped again by Morlock. He is normally very sure-handed. And that's back-to-back possessions where he has dropped balls that he's got to come up with to spark his offense.
Bob, we saw them working him in practice. They want to get the ball to him. He's just like now it's in his head. Now he's thinking too much. Now everything is just becoming a struggle. You see right there, he doesn't look it all the way in. You see how the hands go to the head. Like it's already something that's starting to work on him mentally.
And now you can see BC trying to play with the eyes of Uiagalelei as well. Look at all the players up near the line of scrimmage. How many are blitzing? Are they blitzing? Where are they coming from? And Mike Norvell's going to call a timeout. Maybe he's as confused as well.
Timeout, Florida State. That's
Also,
their first charge timeout of the half. 30
with the play clock winding down, they want to avoid delay of game. The 55th season of Monday Night Football kicks off September 9th. The Jets and 49ers, 8 Eastern on ESPN, ABC, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus. Peyton and Eli are back on ESPN2 as well. And Aaron Rodgers is back for the Jets. And if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy for the Jets this year, speak comfort to me, Louis Riddick.
You sound like Mike Greenberg.
Thank you. Yes, Greeny and I are on, but we are of one mind where this is concerned.
Just always looking for hope.
Do we have hope?
Look, we all know what Aaron Rodgers is as a player. When he's on the field, he changes the calculus for everything. And yeah, it would change the ball game in the AFC East and in the NFL overall, no question about it.
I knew we'd get along. 3rd and 11 after the timeout. A rollout, pressure coming. Uiagalelei on time. Jaylen Brown, first down. That's a big throw. That's a big 3rd down conversion.
That's a huge throw. Look, they just move the pocket, get him sprinting to his right where he's looked much more comfortable tonight. Jaylen Brown runs a fantastic comeback route. Sticks his foot in the ground. Get out of the break. And you see now, Bob, you see that humidity, the heat. Amari Jackson over there on the sideline, looks like those cramps are starting. It looked like he started to cramp up in the middle of that play, and you see how he's walking now. Like, this is going to start playing a role in this football game. Florida State players used to practicing in this weather, probably have a great game plan for dealing with this level of humidity.
BC does not have the deepest of secondaries.
That's right.
So if you lose a starting corner, even to Krams for a few reps, that could be crucial, and that could help the Florida State offense. Throw back to Uiagalelei for Cam Davis. And Portier got loose. It's a gain of 29.
As a coordinator, Adam Fuller wants to do by situation, and they're making new guy. And they dial it up and they go, hey, look, we're going to test him right out of the gate. Murray Jackson, one of their best cover corners, their best cover corner. That's a smart play call by Mike Norvell.
Portier again. Fights his way through contact. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown.
I know they get easy access to all this football, but you know...
Now Florida State is going to go for two, potentially right here. No, it looks like they are going now to line up and kick the point after and make this a one-possession game. All of a sudden, Kentron Portier, back-to-back 29-yard receptions. Breathes a lot of life back into this football game, and the crowd back in it as well.
You see him right down here at the bottom of the screen. He's going to drive 15 yards downfield before he breaks it off against Max Tucker to get Max Tucker out of his pedal, make him think he's going up the field on a go route. And you see him snap it off, and now he just turns into an athlete. He's big, strong, physical, 6'3", 202 pounds, former basketball player. When I was down here last year, he was one of the guys who stood out in practice. He had such length and range and just pure size. And right now, you're starting to see who's going to emerge, who Mike Norvell is going to call on. And that's a fantastic long throw. Right on the money. He's got a cannon to do it. He's just got to do it consistently. That's exactly what they needed at this point in time. That changes their whole mindset. Big explosive plays. That was right on time.
Now last week, when the Florida State offense got some big momentum changing scores, they didn't get the response from their defense that they needed. Now on their home fields, will they? We're about to find out. This Saturday on ABC and ESPN Plus at 3:30 Eastern. South Carolina squares off against Kentucky. And then at 7:30, it's number 15 Tennessee and number 24 NC State. It's at ABC, ESPN Plus, Saturday college football doubleheader when week 2 kicks off.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 54, kicking team, 15-yard penalty on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
And Byron Turner commits an unnecessary roughness penalty after the play is over. That gives Boston College terrific field position after the Florida State touchdown.
Those are the kind of things, look, every possession counts, field position counts. You've got to be smart in this moment in time. You can see Mike Norvell, he is not happy.
So a mental mistake. And now BC has it at their own 40-yard line. And they'll go jet sweep. McGowan, no, check that. A counter play. That's Castellanos with a good fake, and he's got a first down, a gain of 15.
You're going to see him right here just unnecessarily shove the frontline blocker in the back of Boston College. I mean, it's just not even necessary. I mean, just run past it. It doesn't accomplish a thing besides now, given a very dangerous offense, very good field position, and in one play, they're on your side of the 50.
Castellanos again, right up the middle. He's got another first down. So back-to-back runs by Thomas Castellanos for 25 total yards after the penalty. And just like that, BC is at the 35-yard line of FSU.
It's design quarterback run. Just take it up the middle. Thomas who finds some space as the second-level defenders retreat. Just use your athletic ability. This offensive line has done a fantastic job of blocking all night long. Go to your big playmakers in crunch time. Castellanos is that for Boston College.
Tipped ball. Almost intercepted. It was deflected, and Quindarius Jones almost picked it off.
Big Patrick Payton, you see it, he gets those long arms up, out on the edge. You're going to see he does a nice job. He looks, look, I'm going to fight outside. I'm going to make sure you don't break contain on this one. There's the difference. Just got to come up with those. Maybe it wasn't Payton. It might have been Cam Riley who got his hands on it. Second and long now. You got to convert this to third and long. This is an important down because it frees up the defensive coordinator on third down.
Breaking tackles is Ward. All the way inside the 15 down to the 11-yard line. 23 yards, another chunk play on the ground for BC. It looked like Azarie Thomas missed a tackle.
Well, that is just gutting. It's gutting. You got to get him on the ground. Azarie Thomas, I've seen him just absolutely knock people silly as a corner. Physical, long jump. He's got to give a better effort. That's got to be a tackle right there. He's got to be on the ground. And then you see Shaheem Brown, he misses him as well. Those are things you just can't have. Just can't have it in that kind of moment. And if you're Boston College, you'll take it.
Robichaux. Inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 7. Justin Cryer made the tackle.
Bob, what are they doing right now? They're going back to who they are. The interior 3. This offensive line has been doing work all night. Drew Kendall, Jack Conley, Dwayne Alec, Jude Bowery. These guys have been doing work on the ground, just like they did last year at home up there in BC. And they're taking it right to this Florida State front.
Show again. About a yard shy of the first down. That'll put Boston College up to 188 yards rushing. And we still have over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Kai Robichaux is he's basically a cheeseburger away from 220 pounds, built low to the ground. He is a load. And when they come in then with Trayshawn Ward, you saw what Turbo Richard can do. That's just a nightmare for a defense.
Third down and 2 inside the 5-yard line. Robichaux again, submarines. Does he have it? It depends on the spot.
I'll tell you, that is a heck of a job by Daniel Lyons, the defensive tackle, against the double team. He doesn't get moved at all. Holds the point of attack. He gives them a chance there. And there are guys who are still fighting out there, obviously, for Florida State's defense, but this offensive line has just had their way with it.
And without measurement, it's a BC first down, first and goal.
There you see big Darrell Jackson Jr., 6'5", 330 pounds. Joshua Farmer, 6'3", 318.
Robichaux up the middle with a flag down. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Legal substitution. Defense, more than 11 players on the field. Got penalties decline. Results of the play, touchdown.
Florida State had 12 on the field, and it still didn't matter. How about the response by BC? And boy, you mentioned Boston College so far tonight being who they are. Unfortunately for Florida State this season, this has been who their defense has been.
Exactly.
As well. They have not been able to get stops, even when their offense has changed the momentum in these first couple of games.
This offensive line is just absolutely mauling them. 192 rushing yards, 5.2 per rush at this point in the game. It has just been it's the worst possible scenario that you.
This Saturday on ABC and ESPN.
It's going to be, and you can't stop it. You simply can't stop it. I mean, you see it there. Drew Kendall, Jack Conley, Ozzie Trapillo, just moving the line of scrimmage. And then you have Kai Robichaux, who, like I said, just slightly under 220 pounds. Just look at the momentum and force and pad level he's coming with. And if you're Bill O'Brien, you're going, yep, that's exactly what I thought. And if you're Mike Norvell, you just don't have any answers. This was supposed to be the strength of their team, this defensive line. This defensive line is supposed to have multiple high draft picks on it. Multiple. Darrell Jackson, Josh Farmer, Patrick Payton. These guys, when they get off the bus, they look like NFL players. But tonight, they have no answer.
192 rushing yards for Boston College. And we're not even to the fourth quarter yet. After Georgia Tech had 190 rushing yards last week in the win in Dublin. It's really the same theme from last week. And you watched that film from last week and you said, from a physicality standpoint, there's no reason to think that might not carry over to this week. It absolutely has.
Like, you just sense, look, when you turn on the tape, you combine that with who Bill O'Brien is. You combine that with how the players talked about they went through training camp, the kind of training camp he said he put them through. This is who they are. This is who they want to be. But on top of it, they've got a dynamic quarterback who opens up the offense and makes them two-dimensional. That's a pretty darn good recipe.
Isaiah Holmes, nothing doing. Inside of a minute to go in the third.
When you think about this now, Treshaun Ward has 134 combined yards and a touchdown. Robichaux 50 yards, 2 touchdowns. You've gotten a little bit of a glimpse of Turbo
Timeout.
Richard.
Boston College, that's their first charge timeout of the second half. 30-second timeout.
So BC will spend a timeout here. So Mike Norvell's looking for answers, but you've got Bill O'Brien now, as you said, setting a culture.
Yep.
And talking, you know him, you know this coaching staff very well. You know, why do you think, because we talked about it again with him this week, why do you think this was the perfect job, the right program for him at this time?
But I think, one, he brings credibility. Okay, so now players are willing to buy into exactly what he's selling, which is no matter how hard I push it, they'll respond because they believe. When he goes to the administration and says, hey, look, I need to improve the weight room. I need to improve the nutritional program. I need to have more assets available for my players to be the best that they can possibly be. People go, well, you know what? Considering what your pedigree is, we believe you will invest. So what he's doing is he's building this thing from the ground up, well, not from the ground up, but he's making the enhancements, Bob, that it really needs. And he truly believes, like he told us, I can win at Boston College. It's been done before. But I need a couple things to really go my way. He said, look, I got to get a really good quarterback. He's got one. He said, I got to recruit the region. I got to dominate the region up there in New England as far as getting the very best players. And I got to expand the football operation and make it exactly what the big-time football programs have. He may not have all of that, but I'll tell you what, the proof is in the pudding. You see it on the field.
And BC will take a 28-13 lead to the fourth quarter here in Tallahassee as Bill O'Brien in his team's debut. Not happy right now, but overall he's got to be pleased.
Saddle up, stay fit, and fuel your fandom. Enjoy the home field advantage at Fairfield. Official hotel partner of the NCAA.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. At BK, have it your way.
Come on, rookie, you sleep down here. Is that?
Woo! Whoa, Reggie Bush.
Lost track of time in there. So, what's new? Since you asked. Pretty cool. Anything else? What is he doing? He's watching the game.
Since the City Custom Cash Card automatically adjusts to earn me more cash back in my top eligible category, suddenly life's feeling a little more automatic. Ooh, automatic sashimi.
Earn cash back that automatically adjusts to how you spend with the City Custom Cash Card.
Pop-Tarts Crunchy Poppers prove that even something small can pack a big, powerful crunch. I've never felt more seen.
I see you. Crunchy Poppers. Small munch. Big crunch.
Yo, can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
¿Qué?
Can I play?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Can I try?
당연하지.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
May I have this dance?
Your stomach and brain together at last. When delicious meets nutritious, it's all kinds of good.
At Domino's, our stores now have quality captains.
Horrific.
Thank you for the feedback.
Terrible. Pathetic. It's a yes.
They're demanding perfection for your pizza.
I hate it.
Thank you.
Super smooth Starbucks cold brew. In a can? What else is possible? Perhaps finding your perfect match. Too good to be true? Can be true. New Starbucks cold brew.